Close your eyes for a moment and step into the reality of your wealth. Not the wealth you hope for, not the wealth you wish would come, the wealth that is already yours. It exists in the unseen, waiting for you to claim it. The world will tell you that money is hard to come by, that success takes decades, that you must toil endlessly to see the fruits of your labor. But I tell you, the struggle is an illusion. Your wealth is not something outside of you. It is already within you, awaiting your recognition. What do you see when you think of yourself? Do you see someone trying, striving, struggling, or do you see someone who has already arrived? That vision, that assumption determines your reality. The moment you decide, truly decide, that you are wealthy, the outer world must conform to that assumption. Do not wait for proof before you believe. The proof comes after the belief. This is the law. Those who wait for evidence before assuming wealth will remain waiting. But those who boldly assume their millionaire phase has begun will see reality rearrange itself to match their conviction. Speak it now. I am wealthy. I am abundant. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. These are not empty words. They are the seeds of your new reality. Speak them with certainty, and your subconscious mind will accept them as fact. Your only job is to persist in the assumption that you are already the millionaire you desire to be. Everything else, the opportunities, the resources, the right people, will be drawn to you effortlessly. You are not becoming a millionaire. You are a millionaire. Act. Wealth is not something you pursue. It is something you recognize, something you claim is already yours. The great illusion of this world is that abundance exists outside of you, somewhere in the distance, something to be earned, fought for, or struggled toward. But this is not true. The only barrier between you and wealth is your own assumption that it is not yet yours. The moment you step into the reality of already being wealthy, everything around you begins to shift. You have been conditioned to believe that money is hard to come by, that only a select few are destined to be rich while the rest must scrape by. You have been told that success comes through years of sacrifice, through endless work, through waiting and hoping. But the truth is, wealth is not a product of time. It is a product of assumption. The wealth you desire already exists, and it is waiting for you to claim it, not through effort, but through alignment. Imagine for a moment that there is no such thing as lack. Imagine that in this very moment, you are already living in the reality where you have all that you need. You are not hoping for wealth. You are not wishing for it. You are resting in the certainty that it is already done. If you could fully accept this truth, without questioning it, without doubting it, then wealth would reveal itself to you in ways you cannot yet comprehend. Your world is a reflection of your internal state. If you assume that money is scarce, you will experience scarcity. If you assume that money flows freely to you, it will. This is not wishful thinking, it is law. Look around you. Everything in your life right now is a manifestation of what you have believed to be true. The people you meet, the opportunities that appear or do not appear, the level of ease or struggle in your financial life, it is all a result of what you have assumed about yourself and the world. If you believe that wealth requires struggle, then struggle will be your reality. If you believe that wealth is something reserved for others, then you will always see it at a distance. But the moment you shift your assumption, the moment you decide that wealth is not something you must chase, but something you already embody, your experience will transform. You do not need to force money into your life. You only need to remove the belief that it is not already there. The wealth you seek is already here, already yours, waiting for you to become aware of it. Your assumption of being wealthy is the bridge between your current reality and the life you desire. An assumption is not mere thought. It is a deep knowing. an unshakable certainty that does not waver based on circumstances. Think about those who seem to attract money effortlessly. They do not walk through life questioning whether they are wealthy. They simply are. They expect abundance and so it comes. They do not waste time worrying about lack, because lack is not a concept that exists in their reality. This is the state you must enter. You must see yourself as already being the person who has the wealth you desire. You must wake up each morning with the feeling of being financially free, of being abundant, of having more than enough. And as you hold this assumption, the world around you will begin to confirm it. It does not matter where you are right now. It does not matter what your bank account says, what your job pays, or what anyone else believes about you. What matters is what you believe. If you can shift your state of being, if you can truly assume the feeling of being wealthy, then everything else must align with that assumption. Your wealth already exists. Step into it. Act as if you are already in possession of the riches you seek. Walk with confidence. Speak with certainty. Make decisions as the wealthy version of yourself. And most importantly, refuse to entertain thoughts of lack. The moment you accept that you are already abundant, the world has no choice but to reflect that truth back to you. Your imagination is the architect of your reality. Every experience, every circumstance, and every financial outcome in your life is a direct reflection of what you have persistently imagined, whether consciously or unconsciously. The wealth you desire is not something external that you must chase. It is a reality that you must first construct within your mind. Most people believe that financial success is dictated by external conditions, by the economy, by their education, by their family background. But these are only shadows cast by something deeper, the assumptions and images held within their imagination. If you persistently see yourself as someone who struggles, as someone who must fight for every dollar, then your subconscious mind will ensure that this remains your experience. But if you begin to imagine yourself as a person of wealth, as someone who naturally attracts abundance, your reality will shift to reflect that new assumption. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is vividly imagined. It takes every impression you give it and works tirelessly to make it your experience. When you hold a consistent mental picture of yourself as a millionaire, when you feel the reality of wealth in your imagination, your subconscious mind begins to construct the path toward that vision. It orchestrates circumstances, attracts opportunities, and influences your actions in ways that bring your imagined reality into physical form. Look at those who have achieved great financial success. Many of them started with nothing, yet they carried a vision so strong that the outer world had no choice but to conform. They did not accept their current limitations as permanent. Instead, they lived in their imagination as if their wealth was already real. And by doing so, they summoned the conditions necessary to make it so. The difference between those who succeed financially and those who struggle is not luck, intelligence, or hard work. It is the ability to see beyond present circumstances and persist in an inner vision of abundance. Your job is not to worry about how your wealth will come. The path will unfold naturally as a result of your inner conviction. The moment you claim yourself to be a millionaire in your imagination, your subconscious mind begins working to make it so. It will guide you toward ideas, people, and opportunities that align with that state. It will push you to take actions that once seemed impossible. You may not even realize why you are drawn to certain choices, but in hindsight, you will see how every step was leading you exactly where you needed to be. Most people use their imagination against themselves. They spend their days worrying about financial problems, imagining worst-case scenarios, and reinforcing the idea that money is difficult to obtain. They unknowingly create a future of lack because they have made it their dominant mental picture. But you can reverse this process at any moment. You can begin now to construct a new vision, one in which wealth flows to you effortlessly, one in which you live in complete financial freedom. To do this, you must discipline your imagination. Every day, take time to close your eyes and see yourself living the life of abundance. Feel it as real. Experience the emotions of security, excitement, and gratitude as if you already possess everything you desire. Walk through your day carrying this inner conviction, refusing to entertain thoughts of doubt or limitation. The more real this vision becomes in your mind, the faster it will crystallize in your external world. Imagination is not mere fantasy, it is the creative power that shapes reality. You are always imagining something, whether intentionally or not. The question is, are you imagining wealth and abundance, or are you imagining struggle and lack? Choose now to see yourself as the millionaire you wish to be. Persist in that vision. Allow your subconscious mind to construct the path, and soon what was once only a mental picture will become your living reality. Most people live under the illusion that wealth must be earned through relentless struggle, endless effort, and sacrifice. They believe that success comes only to those who work the hardest, push the longest, and endure the most suffering. But this is a false belief, a limiting idea that keeps many trapped in a cycle of lack. Wealth is not a reward for struggle, it is a state of being, a natural flow that aligns with those who believe it to be easy, effortless, and already theirs. Look at the world around you. There are people who work from sunrise to sunset, exhausting themselves in jobs they despise, yet they barely make enough to survive. Meanwhile, there are others who seem to attract wealth effortlessly, who make money with ease, who live in a state of financial freedom without excessive toil. What separates these two groups? It is not intelligence, background, or luck. It is mindset. It is belief. It is the way they perceive money and their relationship to it. You must release the belief that making money is difficult. The moment you accept that abundance is natural and available to you, everything changes. Struggle is not a prerequisite for wealth. In fact, struggle repels it. When you believe that money is hard to come by, that you must fight for every dollar, you create resistance. You push wealth away because you are operating from a state of lack. You are affirming that money is something outside of you, something separate, something that must be earned through suffering. But wealth does not respond to suffering. It responds to alignment. It responds to alignment. It responds to alignment means stepping into the version of yourself who already has what you desire. It means thinking, feeling, and acting as if abundance is your natural state. The moment you let go of struggle, the moment you stop fighting and start allowing, money begins to flow in ways you never expected. Opportunities appear effortlessly. The right connections come into your life. Inspired ideas move through you, guiding you toward prosperity without force. This is not coincidence. It is the law of assumption in action. Think about those who seem to attract wealth effortlessly. They do not sit around worrying about how money will come. They do not obsess over every dollar, nor do they carry the burden of financial stress. They expect abundance, and so it comes. They understand that money is simply energy, and like all energy, it flows to those who are in harmony with it. So how do you detach from the illusion of struggle? First, examine your beliefs about money. Have you been taught that success requires pain? That wealth is only for the lucky few? That you must prove yourself worthy of financial freedom? If so, recognize these as false ideas that have been programmed into your mind. They are not absolute truths, they are just assumptions, and assumptions can be changed. Shift your focus from effort to alignment. Instead of asking, how can I work harder to make money? Ask, how can I align with the version of me who already has it? Begin to embody that version now. Speak as if you are already financially free. Walk with the confidence of someone who knows money is always flowing to them. Make decisions from a place of abundance, not fear. Trust the process. The mind will try to convince you that letting go of struggle is dangerous. It will tell you that without effort, nothing will happen, but this is not true. The moment you stop resisting, the moment you stop forcing, you create space for abundance to enter. Detach from the belief that struggle is necessary. Release the idea that you must fight for wealth. Instead, step into the knowing that prosperity is already yours. When you do this, money will flow to you in ways that seem almost magical. But it is not magic. It is simply the natural result of alignment. Your words and thoughts are not idle. They are creative forces shaping the reality you experience. What you repeatedly say to yourself, what you affirm in your inner dialogue, and what you express outwardly become the foundation of your external world. If you desire wealth, you must speak and think only as the wealthy do. You must train yourself to eliminate words of lack and replace them with declarations of abundance. The average person speaks of struggle, limitation, and financial hardship without realizing that they are reinforcing these very conditions. They say, money is tight, I can't afford that, or I never have enough. These statements are not merely observations, they are commands to the subconscious mind, instructions that shape their financial reality. The more they affirm lack, the more they experience it. The wealthy, however, do not speak in this way. They do not entertain words of limitation because they understand that their words hold power. Instead of saying, I can't afford that, they say, I will find a way to afford it. Instead of saying, I never have enough, they declare, money flows to me effortlessly. They do not curse their circumstances, they bless them. They do not focus on what is missing, they focus on what is coming. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant will grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, struggle, and scarcity, you will harvest experiences that reflect those ideas. But if you plant seeds of wealth, confidence, and expectation, your world will transform. The key is to be intentional with every word you speak and every thought you entertain. Begin now to train yourself in the language of prosperity. Speak only of abundance. Even if your current reality does not yet reflect the wealth you desire, refuse to affirm anything but success. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Instead of saying, making money is hard, say, opportunities flow to me effortlessly. Instead of saying, I'm always behind on my bills, say, I always have more than enough. Do not allow old patterns of speech to keep you trapped in financial struggle. Your inner dialogue is just as important as the words you speak aloud. Every thought you repeat to yourself is an affirmation. If you constantly tell yourself that wealth is difficult to achieve, that you are not lucky, or that you are destined to struggle, your subconscious mind will accept these statements as truth. It will shape your circumstances to reflect these beliefs. But if you fill your mind with thoughts of abundance, prosperity, and financial ease, your subconscious will construct a reality that aligns with these assumptions. Observe how the wealthy think and speak. They do not worry about lack because they do not identify with it. They do not dwell on problems, they focus on solutions. They expect success. They assume that money is always available to them. They walk with confidence, knowing that wealth is their natural state, and because they hold these beliefs, their reality reflects them. This is not about pretending or wishful thinking. It is about shifting your identity. The moment you decide to think and speak only as the wealthy do, you align yourself with the frequency of abundance. You begin to attract the right opportunities, the right ideas, and the right circumstances. The outer world must eventually conform to the inner world you have created. Make this practice a daily discipline. Watch your words. Listen to your inner dialogue. Speak and think only in ways that affirm your financial success. Let every conversation be a reflection of the wealth you claim. Soon you will notice shifts in your reality. Unexpected income, new opportunities, a sense of ease where there was once struggle. And in time, what you once affirmed as an act of faith will become your undeniable truth. The moment you decide that wealth is yours, you must act as though it is already done. This does not mean reckless spending or pretending to be something you are not. It means embodying the mindset, confidence, and decision making of a person who already possesses the financial freedom you desire. You do not wait for your external reality to confirm your wealth. Instead, you confirm it first in your mind, and the world will adjust accordingly. Every wealthy person you admire first saw themselves as wealthy before the money arrived. Their success was not an accident, it was a manifestation of their inner state. They did not wait for proof before believing, they believed first. They carried themselves with certainty, made choices from a place of abundance, and expected financial success as a natural part of their existence. And because they assumed it to be true, it became true. When you act as though it is already done, you shift your identity. You no longer operate from a mindset of lack or hesitation. You no longer question whether wealth is possible for you. You know it is. This knowing transforms how you move through life. You make decisions not based on fear but on confidence. You do not shrink in the face of opportunities, you embrace them. You do not hesitate to invest in yourself, to expand your knowledge, to take the actions necessary to step into the reality you desire. Start now by observing how a wealthy person carries themselves. How do they walk? How do they speak? How do they interact with others? You will notice a sense of ease, a quiet confidence, an unshakable belief in their worth. They do not chase money desperately, they expect it. They do not lower themselves to beg for opportunities, they attract them. They are decisive, knowing that every decision they make moves them closer to even greater success. This is not about spending beyond your means or making impulsive financial choices. It is about aligning your energy with wealth in every way. If you desire financial freedom, ask yourself, how would the wealthiest version of me think? How would they feel? What habits would they have? What kind of conversations would they engage in? How would they respond to setbacks? Begin incorporating these traits into your daily life. Speak with assurance, knowing that wealth is already flowing to you. Make choices as though money is no longer an obstacle. Take care of yourself as though you already possess the freedom and luxury you desire. Surround yourself with environments, books, and people that reinforce your millionaire mindset. Wealth is not just about numbers in a bank account. It is a way of being. Those who possess true financial success do not let temporary circumstances dictate their mindset. They do not allow fear to control them, nor do they shrink when faced with challenges. Instead, they operate from a place of certainty, knowing that abundance is their natural state. The greatest mistake people make is waiting. They wait for external signs before they believe in their wealth. They wait until they have a certain amount of money before they feel secure. But this is backwards. Your reality is a mirror of your inner world. If you want financial freedom, you must feel financially free first. You must embody wealth now, before the evidence appears. Step into your millionaire phase today. Not someday, not when conditions seem perfect, but now. Walk, talk, and live as though it is already done. Your thoughts, your emotions, your choices must reflect the person you are becoming. When you do this, the world will have no choice but to rearrange itself to match your conviction. Wealth is not something you chase. It is something you claim. The moment you do, it becomes yours. The journey to wealth is not one traveled by the faint of heart, nor is it a path carved by those dominated by doubt and fear. Wealth, in its truest form, is the fruit of unwavering faith, an unshakable belief in your right to abundance and your ability to manifest it. The universe does not respond to wishful thinking or fleeting hopes. It responds to conviction, to the certainty that what you seek is already yours, awaiting your acceptance. When you operate from a place of fear, you send a signal to the universe that you do not trust in the natural flow of abundance. Fear whispers that there is never enough, that opportunities are scarce. that your dreams are beyond reach. It creates resistance, blocking the very blessings you desire. Doubt, a close ally of fear, acts as a wall that repels prosperity. Every time you question your worthiness of wealth, every time you let fear guide your actions, you push away the financial freedom that is rightfully yours. On the other hand, is a magnet for wealth. It draws to you the people, opportunities, and ideas necessary for your prosperity. Faith does not waver in the face of obstacles, nor does it retreat when challenges arise. It stands firm, knowing that every setback is merely a setup for a greater comeback. When you embody faith, you align yourself with the natural laws of the universe, which are abundant, generous, and unfailing. The universe is a responsive force, a mirror reflecting back the essence of your innermost beliefs. If you believe that riches are inevitable for you, if you hold that conviction with steadfast faith, the universe will rearrange itself to bring this truth into your experience. It will open doors where there were none, create paths where only walls stood, and transform scarcity into plenty. Your faith becomes the blueprint from which the universe constructs your reality. But how do you cultivate this faith? How do you build an unbreakable belief in your ability to attract wealth? First, recognize that faith is a choice. It is a decision you make each day, each moment. Decide now that you are worthy of wealth, that abundance is your birthright, and that nothing can stand in the way of your prosperity. Affirm this belief daily. Speak words of abundance over your life. Say, I am destined for wealth. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. My faith is unshakable, and my prosperity is inevitable. These are not just words. They are declarations of your divine right to abundance. Take inspired action. Faith without works is dead. Show the universe that you are serious about your wealth by acting as if it is already done. Make decisions from a place of abundance. Invest in yourself and your future. Seek out opportunities and seize them with confidence. Surround yourself with reminders of abundance. Read books, listen to speeches, and engage with people who reinforce your faith in prosperity. Create a vision board filled with images that represent the wealth you desire. Each time you see these images, let them remind you of the riches that are already on their way to you. Let go of timelines. The universe does not operate on human schedules. Trust that your wealth is manifesting in divine timing. Release the need to control the process and allow your faith to guide you through each step. Patience is a virtue that strengthens faith, for it shows the universe that you trust its timing and its plan for your prosperity. Doubt repels wealth, while faith attracts it. You cannot hold both simultaneously and expect to receive abundance. Choose faith over fear. Choose conviction over doubt. As you do, the universe will move mountains to bring you into alignment with the riches you seek. Your faith is the key that unlocks the vault of abundance, and with it you can claim the wealth that is already yours. Wealth is not something you chase, it is something you align with. The moment you assume it is already yours, the universe begins to rearrange itself in your favor. Your imagination creates the blueprint, your words shape your reality, and your actions confirm your belief. There is no struggle, no force, only alignment. Let go of fear, release the illusion of effort, and step boldly into the version of yourself that already possesses everything you desire. Wealth is not coming. The only thing that can contrast the coming of many with the few is the commitment to commit, to commit, to commit, to commit, to commit is the only thing that has always been here, waiting for you to claim it. Wealth is not coming, it is here. It has always been here, waiting for you to claim it. Plain than saying. Thank you for allowing these words to remind you of the power you hold. Trust in your vision, act with certainty, and watch as your reality transforms before your eyes. Your millionaire phase has already begun.